The college basketball experience Final Four reaction show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up at Underdog Fantasy with our promo code TCE SGPN to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits. And we're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, get up to $750 in cashback rewards each month when you sign up at edgeboost.bet. Make sure you use our promo code SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Jim Mora, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience. Final Four reaction show. Holy shit. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there. Hit that like and subscribe button because, whoo, Hans Bubby, I'm your white knight. All right. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I mean, all right. Florida was easy cash. Houston plus 5.5. Houston money line play. Holy shit. We're home, baby. What happened? I'm like a deer in the headlights right now. What's going on? All this cash is in my account? And I hit the UFL too. I mean, shit. God damn it. Talk about that on the UFL Gambling Pod. But holy shit, this Final Four. Yeah, we were waiting for some bangers. I mean,
tonight.
Oh shit. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. And yes, both of us were on the Houston Cougars money line. Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How are you, brother?
Chalk madness finally goes down. Finally, a dog wins. Finally, a dog covers. Oh, all is well in the world, and I'm ready to talk about some toy poodles, baby. Let's go, Kelvin.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. We are also joined by third man in the booth, the host of the College Baseball Experience. Make sure you check out our Frozen 4 College Experience episodes we're doing. Give it up for the great Noah Bieniek. How are you, brother?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, everybody talking about how they didn't like this Final Four because it was all one seeds, and then that we've had no good games this March. I hadn't heard anybody prefer that other 2023 Final Four or whatever that had 2-3 blowouts or whatever, one game winner in it. How about 2 one-score games in the final 30 seconds of a Final Four? Not bad at all. I'll take it.
Yes. And I mean, it's just further proof to me that the ACC or somebody should pick up the phone and bring us home.
Baby.
I'm just saying, Monday
First
night
20 wins since
Monday night
season since
Monday
1975, and he's like, "Yeah, come pick us up."
Hey, we beat Houston on one of the final years in that thing, right? And how about this? Monday night, you'll have the championship in the crown featuring AAC's UCF Very Golden Knights, and you also have the national championship with the Houston Cougars. So if you put ECU in, we're going places. I dare you to have the courage to put us in. All right.
You don't
Holy
have
shit.
Kelvin Sampson. That's the only.
What are you talking about?
problem.
All right. He's from North Carolina. He's from North Carolina.
He is.
You put us in, we'll fucking take him out of Houston. All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll take him out of Houston. The goddamn heat, their heat index, all that shit. All right. Go over there. We get free Golden Corral for life. Come to ECU. All right.
Who turns down free Golden Corral for life? Come on.
Yeah. I feel like Gavin Newsom.
Kevin Newsom. That fucking
guy. But anyway,
I'm trying not to get in trouble. That guy, move on.
Yeah, wait a second. We got to talk about all
that
this.
Just flew right over my head.
Yeah, who Gavin Newsom is.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't worry. Little note for life: never trust anybody named Gavin. But
played hockey with 3 guys named Gavin.
douchebags.
All hockey players are douchebags.
I told you. I've been on part of this planet for a long time. I've never met a cool Gavin. Yeah, I mean, so let's start with the Houston game. I know we got it. The Florida one is exciting too. You got your Gator hat on, but we gotta react to what the fuck we just saw.
TMZ.
What like
sell out? We get to the Final Four, and Colby sells out.
Well, it's SEC on SEC. It was bored. We've seen that game a million
years,
right?
All year we go from the noon games to the 2:30 a.m. games. Nope, tonight we're breaking rules for Duke.
No, for Houston. It's for Houston. Okay, let's start off with your Gators. Gators, take it out, Auburn. Actually, you know what? Fuck you. Let's start off with the Crown.
I didn't want.
Fuck you. We're starting with the Crown. All right, so the Crown started our college basketball day off, and I had Boise State.
My Huskers.
Yeah,
Big Ten's gotta win something.
Now I picked Boise State, and I'll be honest. I went to get a coffee, walked my son around the downtown around here, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
I missed a good large chunk of this game, so it's hard for me to fully I can talk more about the UCF Villanova game, but this one I did not catch a lot of, but I know Boise lost by 10. Nebraska, finally the Big Ten's in a championship game again. What happened here in this game? Did you guys watch this? Mac, did you catch this?
A little bit. We'll talk about the next game. How about the Crown, just on a general Crown level? Their whole overtime was going on while Florida and Auburn was going on. I was like, you idiots. How did you not start this earlier? Yeah. I said this last night. I go, why would you risk having your game finish while the Final Four is tipping? Nebraska made 12 out of 19 threes, so that was enough to get them over the finish line. Shout out to the mayor in the championship game for the moolah money.
Get that money, Bieniek. I know you were all over these Cornhuskers.
It was.
Your thoughts on this one? Did you catch the game by chance?
Another future that I'm going to have come up short in the championship, yeah. Nebraska, just second half team. They started like ass, and they finished it. They had Boise in crunch time, and Broncos just kind of, I don't know, whittled away. And it wasn't even like the Bryce Williams show today either. This was a Nebraska team win, exactly what you hope to see in a game like this. It wasn't like total NBA up and down. So I respected this one.
Yeah. No, it was a bit of a rock fight for a decent amount of that game. And then we had UCF Villanova, which
this one was totally different.
Kiss my future for Villanova goodbye. As they battle back, they were down 10 majority of this game. They battle all the way back. They have all the momentum, in my opinion, down the stretch, and they still shit the bed. Wooga Poplar had a big game, had 32 points, I believe.
Yeah, they didn't have Darius Johnson though.
Oh my God. Somebody. That motherfucker. What did he drop? 50 tonight, I felt like.
Yeah, it was this game, I can't break down what happened in overtime. It was on mute and it was on my side TV because it was going on while the actual Final Four was going on. But, rest in peace to the great Bill Waldo. Used to tout the Conference of Champions. Pac-12's no more. So I'll take the throne here and live on for Bill Walton. The Conference of Champions, UCF said, we got to get into that Conference of Champions. And now they're playing for the crown title here tomorrow, baby.
Hey, every bit of money helps.
Conference
in this
of
arms
Champions.
race.
His team is playing in the Big Ten. Who's playing in the final tomorrow? Or
the old shiny knights.
Final Monday.
Yeah.
It is hilarious that UCF of all teams is in the crown championship.
With I mean, with the way their season's been all over the place, they have guys out, and the way they're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one future that I was not interested in taking. If you took the future on UCF in the crown, God bless you. Yeah, hell yeah. Look, we're going to get to the Final Four games, but before I do that, I want to let you know that the college basketball experience is brought to you by, us. Yes, we are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And hello, friends. Augusta is right around the corner, and SGPN is back with Splash Sports for a big contest, up to $30,000 in prizes and only a $25 entry fee. Get in today at splashsports.com/SGPN. That's splashsports.com/SGPN. Also, make sure you tune into the Golf Gambling Podcast on SGPN, as well as the Bottom Line Bobs with our pal CJ Sullivan and the Steffi Small Show, all for your Masters picks on SGPN. So check out all of those shows and let it ride. We're also brought to you by SeatGeek. Look, we have the national championship going on in San Antonio Monday night. We have the Crown Championship in Vegas Monday night. We have Frozen 4 action from St. Louis, Missouri happening next week. College baseball games, left and right happening. MLB's back. NBA, NHL playoff race heating up. Concerts galore. Live comedy. All right, what are you doing? You should always get out to live sports or live music or comedy. There's nothing beats it. So check out SeatGeek, because for my money, they're the best at what they do. They're the best at what they do. You're going to find the best prices, and to me, it's user friendly. It's just easy, easy on just to understand. It's just pretty easy compared to some of the places I've been. But they have over 28 million downloads. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and much, much more. I love using SeatGeek, and SeatGeek has your back because each ticket's rated on a 1 to 10 scale, so you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And I came through for you guys as we got a little promo code for you. SGPN 10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Once again, SGPN 10 for your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with the promo code SGPN 10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later over at SeatGeek. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience and the SEC showdown, the first time ever in SEC history.
Real quick,
Now we had,
I want to give you your props, your kudos for not selling out in one of the final episodes, doing the crown first. And also, I have to inform Veronica Carroll that you're taken. She goes, pick Dundee, you gap-toothed motherfucker. How about them Cougs?
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I appreciate you, the compliment. I appreciate the compliment, Veronica. Let's go, Cougs.
Dundee
and
knows
shout
how
out
to
to all.
pick 'em.
And shout out to all the gap-toothed motherfuckers out there, letting the breeze come on through your fucking mouth while you're eating some good old food or talking. Just get that breeze coming through, touching your back teeth and shit. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Praise to that.
And let's go. But yeah, Florida 79, Auburn 73. Look, I mean, I was all over this handicap. I feel like I was like, Todd Golden can't coach for shit, but this team is just more talented. They're just going to find a way to get it done. I had faith that Pearl might actually be the better coach in this game, and I think he was, by the way. I think he was.
He was.
Yeah. But Florida just goes to fuck you mode, where they shoot these shots that have like a 7% chance on a normal basketball court of going in, and other guys can make them. When I mean other guys, specifically Walter Clayton Jr. shooting just silly, dumb shots. It kind of reminds me of like Reggie Miller or some shit, where you're Steph Curry, where you're just like, okay, if he's hitting that, we're good. Yeah, I mean, they were down at halftime, gut check. And yeah, we got it done. Easy cash, no sweat. No sweat. Janai Broom. I knew he would have a weaker game, which is 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, still
nice
kicked ass.
game,
still
dude.
kicked ass.
That's a nice week game.
Go back to his performance in the jungle. It was a little bit better than that.
It was.
But yeah, so I cashed on the under on him. So let's go. I mean, look, you dive into the stat sheet. Auburn shot 28% from 3. They both shot the same percentage from the free throw line, which in the first matchup, Auburn had the last matchup, Auburn had the weaker free throw shooting by a good amount. So yeah, and then to me, the Auburn won points in the paint, which I guess probably not that surprising, but maybe with the Broom situation there. Points off turnovers though, 16-6 for the Gators. That was the difference. And victory lane's pretty good. It's pretty good here. Mac, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I thought Pearl. Well, to start off the game, the first 4 or 5 minutes, I think Noah texted goes, the under's cooked because Auburn, which was a hell of a mush because it ended up going way under. But
dude, I had the under, so I was happy.
Oh yeah, good reverse mush. Yeah, both. I think the second one pushed for me, but the first one was a nice under. So, but Auburn for whatever reason came out and they wanted to run with Florida the first 5-6 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not going to outrun Florida. You have to drag this game. And then for the final 15 minutes of the first half, I thought Pearl outcoached Golden. He coached circles around him. They were running their flex stuff. They were keeping it in the half court. They were getting Broom the ball wherever they needed to on the block, and good things were happening. Then the second half happened, and Florida ramped up their pressure a little bit and got out in transition. I thought the Auburn guards lost the game. For whatever reason, they stopped throwing Broom the goddamn ball, specifically Taha Pettiford. I thought he did not have a good night, and he played like a freshman. Baker Mazzara was up and down. He does wild shit. Some of the stuff he does, I'm like, what are you doing? But in the end, man, this Walter Clayton guy,
fucking incredible.
Some of the shots he makes, I'm like, dude, they're doing a hell of a job. They're in his shit. I look up, he's got 22 points with 10 minutes left. He finished with 34, and I actually think the Auburn guards did a decent job on him, making it hard on him. And he just that one shot he made in the right corner at the bottom of the TV where he's falling out of bounds and just swish. I go, good Lord, like it's Steph Curry vibes watching this dude. But yeah, Florida's guards were ultimately too much. Hell of a career for Broom and this Auburn team. That's a great year by Auburn. I know it sucks to lose, but great year. And Florida's on to Monday night where we'll get 48 hours of prep Todd Golden now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On this one, I'll piggyback off of kind of what Mac had hit on late at the end, just because it's at the top of my mind. Going through and clipping these, we're going to post them tomorrow because it's the off day in the Final Four. But I'm pissed and kicking myself because I misspoke during my handicap. The entire reason for me trying to choose these wings for Auburn was because I thought that they were Florida was going to phase. I was talking about Janai Broom, but also I was staying away from Todd Pettiford because we were going to stick Elijah Martin on him, and nothing was free for the kid. Yeah. And he was completely phased out of the offensive game in the half court there. So I was kicking myself there, and also I chose the wrong guy anyway. I went with Miles Kelly instead of Baker Mazzara had a good game. No boneheaded moments from him until the final minute when he was just not ripping a quick shot when they needed a quick shot.
Wild shit, that guy.
On Twitter, one of these burner accounts that has a ton of followers, shit ton of followers, saying that Todd Golden had outcoached Bruce Pearl in the matchup. I was like, I need to know how and why people think this. So I commented under it, and it's got a lot of attention. I was like, he out-Claytoned Pearl. He didn't out-coach him, in my opinion. Then one guy responded to me His name is Kevin Bennett, a Gator fan. And he goes, Florida was just rocky in Rocky 3 up against Clever Lang. They just let Auburn and Jani Broome, who was not 100%, swing himself out of the game in a way. Yeah. Look, I think Auburn could have given him more looks. Like, I don't necessarily totally agree with this because the possessions for Jani offensively went down in the second half. They just didn't go to him as much in the second half. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
for whatever reason, their role identification, this has been my biggest thing with the Auburn guards is they can't accept that Broome is their star and it needs to go through them. They take some fucked up shots, and it ultimately ended up costing them. And Noah, I'll hand it right back to you. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but Elijah Martin, fucking awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Beast.
Oh my God.
Absolute beast.
I wanted you to take that and add to it of what you saw because you're the tactitional guy when watching these games.
Yeah.
I don't know my shit. But we get to, I mean, you guys mentioned Elijah Martin. How many times you guys let this guy break loose and monster? Well, first off, took a couple of guys' lives. I could make an edit on that of, Froggy Fresh, and you got dunked on coming later tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. But he was incredible today. But it was really Walter Clayton Jr. And watching him the entire year, he was not doing shit like this. But you knew that, when it got to this moment, this kid was going to be that dog. It's been a really fun run. But Monday night is when it all really matters. It'll be really interesting because I think looking at it, Houston, in my eyes, may have dumped the Gatorade a little bit more than Florida did.
Really? I actually, me and Mac were having this conversation.
Kelvin Sampson running off the court to all of the Houston fans. That is I've never seen Kelvin Sampson exude that much energy and passion.
See, but I think it goes the other way, man. I was telling Mac this before you joined in. We were talking before we went live, and I was like, that's the one. Like when Leitner hit that shot against Kentucky, you knew then they had to take care of business. You see this so often in sports where a team wins a game that really they had no business winning. And
so here's my second reference for you. If you want to talk about just what's happened in sports history, Miracle, Houston, winning the big game that it felt like the big game. Everybody was talking up this Duke team as one of the greatest teams in college basketball history. I even told you guys pre-show, I really thought that Duke roster was the best roster standing. They went out there and slayed the Dragon. They went out there and slayed the Soviet Union in the semifinal. Now they got to go back it up in the championship. Team USA did it, but still got to go out there and do it.
Historically, it's gone both ways. Off the top of my head, the game kind of reminded me of the Wisconsin beating Kentucky in 2015, but then they went on and lost the championship. They had the letdown against Duke, but then also on the other side, when Duke beat UNLV, I think Colby in 91 or 92, the first championship when Duke wasn't Duke yet. And UNLV was undefeated, and it was a huge upset. They backed it up, and they won the championship. So it's gone both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I've seen it a lot in I guess crossing over sports too. When you win that game that you don't think you're gonna win, that can propel you a lot of times to winning the whole damn thing. But
Auburn, I feel like they're gonna kick themselves. They missed a couple of free throws. And they really had their way down low, and to not utilize that, even if I know the chat, they loved my reference that I grabbed from some random guy on Twitter that tweeted at me about it. But the fact that they didn't go back to it, you have to think maybe there was some truth that, Jani, not 100%. Cardwell wasn't 100% coming into the game either.
Yeah.
Maybe they just wore down because shout out to Auburn too. I didn't give my kudos. I loved this team from the get-go this year.
They're fun.
Baker Mazzara injured his finger, injured his shoulder, injured his fucking what else? He had 3 injuries. And then Jani Broome with the shoulder, the whatever he did last weekend, the
you can't win
weird ass fall. Auburn, to go from a lot of people making them like the joke the second weekend of the season after they fought in a fucking plane. The plane turns around, go into the Houston game. They turn around, they drop off 2 players at Auburn, and then they head back. They beat Houston in Houston, and then you continue that run to the Final Four. Watching the entirety of the season, like that was a really damn good team.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Auburn, I agree. I mean, great season, but
better luck next year.
Hey, I think Broom's knee and ankle bothered him more than the shoulder, or sorry, the elbow, whatever the fuck was hurt. He's got so many fucking.
Dude, he's got 4, like the knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow.
On the ball where Elijah Martin had like the fucking Michael Jordan dunk. Yeah. When Broom didn't get that loose ball, I was like, oh, he's fucking cooked. Like that looked like one of us out there.
Spinal.
He looked as unathletic. He looked like it was a game at the rec center and an old man trying to get a loose ball. It was in slow fucking motion. I go, God damn, Broom, move. And then Elijah Martin goes, boom. I go, Jesus Christ.
Dude.
He still made the Final Four. I mean, it's a great year. I'm sure he'll go back to Auburn and be.
The only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
I was 1-0 against Jedi Broom. He was at Morehead State. The Mountaineers beat him in the 3-14 game when he was a freshman. So that's how long he's been in the fucking
we stuck it to you.
He's been in college basketball so long that Hugs won his 900th game in the fucking bubble, and Jedi Broom was a freshman on that Morehead, and he was good. I was like, dude, this kid is going to be something. And I didn't know he'd be this good, but he was good back then too. At Morehead over less head, and that's why he went to Auburn.
I agree.
Better luck next year.
Let's get to the other game here.
Real quick, I got one more thing. So Alabama goes to the Final Four in 2024. Auburn responds in 2025. What the hell is going to happen in 2026?
UAB, baby. No, their whole team is gone.
Hey,
their whole fucking team is gone.
Ann Arbor.
Is he back? Is he back?
No, he transferred.
I thought
to
he
Michigan.
transferred. Yeah. Did he land at Michigan? I missed that news.
Yeah, he's probably going to the NBA. But he
great get.
Yeah, I thought he was going to Auburn because he was waiting so long. I thought he was Auburn bound.
Yeah, me too. Look, we're going to talk about the game of the night here, but before we do that, I want to let the good folks out there. There's a lot of good folks out there. Let me tell you, it's been rocking with us all year. We were grateful for all of that, but I also want to let you know that we're brought to you by Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks. They're not going to find out that you fucking been moving apartments every goddamn 3 months because you can't get a goddamn, like, they're searching for you. You got people just repoing your fucking car. You're just, you're a scumbag. No one's going to find out. All right. And it's completely free. Edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet every sport, including the Crown Championship, by the way. Yeah. Get on over there. Las Vegas, Monday. Let's go. And MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations. You can easily deposit and get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to mybookie.ag. Use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes. Look, racked up some shit tonight. Janai Broom, lower cash. Now Cooper Flagg, the other one. I did another one with Cooper Flagg, and he shit on my my props. But that's the edge you can get at Underdog. Is they got great stuff for college hoops and really every sport. So sign up, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is your home for AI-backed picks and props. They got models, all right? No, not that model you were trying to bag at the fucking club the other night. This one's actually gonna make you some money. Rhythm is they got a new model for Major League Baseball, and trust me, it'll make you cash. They also got models for college hoops, NBA, and golf. Pick so good it feels like cheating. Get on over there. Build your own model. Simple. It's easy. It's cheaper than that broad you're trying to get at the club. So yeah, what are you doing? Sign up for a free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back, and the game of the night.
What did you have on flag? He had a pretty good game. Did you have him to make the game winning bucket or something?
I had the lower on his stats. He just shit on me. Hey, let's not leave him wide open for four times or 3 times. It's like,
I was like, that guy. I mean, they lost.
I know he
but
chose. I know he chose, but goddamn, he's good.
Yeah.
No.
So, game of the day.
Game of the year.
Sharps. The Sharps.
I don't know.
The
if
Sharps.
That's too in the moment, Matt. Come on.
Dude, how can you say this isn't the game of the year? It's Duke going down.
I mean, it's a nominee, but I mean,
what game's better than this?
Kansas, Houston, maybe.
Yeah, Houston wins all the games of the year.
Yeah, Kansas, Houston, and the fog was. I'm still.
Yeah,
I wake up in the middle of the night.
You can't say that in the moment, man. We're like an hour and a half removed from the game. Game of the year.
Considering who they beat, how they beat them, game of the year.
I don't know. ECU had a tough game in San Antonio against UTSA, and you've seen these pesky AAC teams when they've played in quote unquote the big leagues. So we're down 6 minutes left. Win the game outright. No overtime. Nothing.
The 14-point comeback on this stage of a Final Four. It is definitely one of the top candidates. But I mean, prisoner of the moment.
How
are you not?
It's the biggest game of the year. I don't see there another candidate touching that game.
Yeah, Gary K. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Game of the century,
dude. Yeah. How about that NIT game, Middle Tennessee and Chattanooga? If Middle Tennessee wins that thing, do they win the NIT?
Yeah, no, there was some fire NIT games, but hold on. So I'm sitting there with Houston plus. No, you're good. You're good. We're all fucking idiots here. It's fun. So, Houston plus 5.5. The super sharps like me and Mac and I know. I'm sure. Did you take the points? Or you take Duke?
I took the points. I took the Duke. Duke money line was my pick for the game. I didn't think they were going to lose, but I bet.
Well, the real sharps, had Houston money line. Houston money line, and me and Mac, which bet Houston money line. I was on countless shows, touting that Houston was going to win. And was I stressed out at any point in that game? No, not at all.
You actually were waving the white flag.
I said, we're good.
Off during that game. You go, this is over.
Yeah.
Houston sucks. I kept reading my phone. I go, well, these two shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch this game.
We posted the screenshot. Like half of that was in like good fun because we know Mac is the Big 12 guy.
No,
half of that was like us rooting for this thing.
Well, I was trying to reverse jinx myself. Yeah, by me tweeting that out, I was like, yeah, game's over. Just give Duke the championship now.
Yeah, you were tweeting shit on your personal.
That's a chess play. That's a chess play where I'm like, okay, do this so we can hit this. Yeah, but not everybody had Houston money line, so of course that was over the back. No, so I have a problem with that call. I do have a problem with that call. Right?
We're gonna jump straight to the call.
Well, no, great game. Like I did think, I thought Duke was the better team majority of that game, but Houston did what they do, and they've done it a bunch of times this year. Which, they make you earn every fucking second of that down the stretch. Credit to them. The full court press, it worked out. Not that it was that strategic. I feel like every coach in that spot would do it. We were able. Duke couldn't score the final couple minutes of the game. I did think the steal on the inbounds for the missed 3 dunk was a foul. That could have tied the game up with the free throw, but
there was a kick ball.
Yeah. There was a kick ball that they missed. There was there was a missed dunk foul earlier in the game that bothered me. But if I'm being honest, Thought that was a weak ass over the back call
They
to
were
decide a
equally
game.
bad.
Yeah.
And just that one coming in that moment, you had some calls that you got away with earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll say this though, Houston did get that deflection, so they would have had the ball with a chance to win. And Juwan Roberts had to make the free throws.
I can't believe he made both.
I can't believe it, dude. He was fucking laser focused. I was confident. I had a feeling. When he stepped up there. I was like, this motherfucker, he's got this. He's got this.
A dog.
Oh yeah. And he you could just tell his own boy tries to dap him up and he's just like, nah, man, I need to make these fucking free throws. His guy tries to give him support and pat him on the back. And he's like, don't fucking touch me right now. I'm in the zone. And
on the reverse side, man, Tyrese Proctor, just total shell of himself all day. Rough game.
Oh my God.
Rough game.
And obviously the final possession for Duke. I don't like the fadeaway ISO shit. You know what I mean? It was a tough loss. I mean, I can only imagine as a Duke fan, this has vibes of, to me, you remember, Mac, I know I'm dating myself here, but you remember that Maryland game back in the day when Duke had Shane Battier and Jason Williams?
I was at the game.
Maryland was up oh, no shit. Okay.
Yes. When Maryland was up 10.
Maryland's up 10 or 11 with 40 seconds left.
Oh
and they lose. And you're just sitting there man, Jason Williams just went off. And I think Battier might have hit a three. I don't remember who the fuck. Jason Williams. I know he did most of it. Yeah. And you're just damn, I remember because I have a brother that's a Maryland fan too. And he was just defeated, absolutely defeated by this. And I was like, dude, you deserve to win the game, but you didn't win the game. Well, that's how I think Duke fans probably feel tonight. Just absolutely hilarious game here. Kelvin Sampson, and shout out to Houston, who goes to their this will be their third national championship appearance in my lifetime. They are 0-2 in the first two. But fifth or sixth, the Final Four, I think. It's been a long time coming. One more.
Yeah, you've got that, and then Florida trying to stamp themselves as a 21st century blue blood, going for another natty.
Great storylines. But back to this game, you had Houston got 15 offensive rebounds, Duke got 10. Both shot 78% from the free throw line. That was kind of crazy. Both teams in each game shot the same percentage from the free throw line. Really, I mean, I felt like every time Duke or Houston made a run, in a way, it felt like they got further behind. It was a 5-point game at the half. They make a run, and you're like, damn, they're down fucking 10, right? This is a magical win. This is like fucking Frank Wright Buffalo Bills shit against the Houston Oilers, where you're just I don't know how it happened. It happened, and this is why they must win the national championship, because if you do this and you lose, it just doesn't pack that big of a punch. You gotta win the national championship now. You gotta.
Both of these teams, man, came back from the ashes. They were in the dirt. They were 6 feet deep. Yeah. Texas Tech had Florida done. Duke had Houston done. Incredible.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Mac, your thoughts on the game? What stood out to you? And besides this AAC dominance in March again,
you stay over there, Toy Poodle.
Toy Poodle League.
We'll take him in and we'll embrace him. And like Kelvin Sampson said, we're 34-4, and we went 19-1, and we won 10 road games in the Big 12. Not that Toy Poodle AAC that we've been playing in. So,
did he talk the AAC or the ACC?
No, he said the ACC, right?
He said the ACC, Mac.
Yeah.
He said the Toy Poodle League was the ACC.
Oh, well, even better.
Yes.
I feel like what.
You thought he was coming for the American with my Pirates?
He said.
Better not.
His exact quote was,
I can pull it up. I'll pull up the clip.
That game. The Big 12 won us that game, and he said that. I go, God damn, am I talking on the TV right now? Is that me inside of Kelvin Sampson's body? Let's go.
It was 1,000% ACC slander, as Hasty said.
Yeah, I remember he
called the ACC a Toy Poodle League, Mac, not the AAC.
Oh, that's even better. I thought he was talking about the American. I go, damn.
Oh no, he knows better to come at ECU fans. He's got family that lives still in Carolina. Their house will burn down tonight if that happens. All right. Well played, Kelvin. I want him to get a national championship so bad. I want him to get a national because he deserves it. He fucking deserves it. That's another reason why. I mean, look, we're gonna have our pick show tomorrow, but
I wonder what side I'll be on tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I gave away my bracket earlier this season. I think you could figure it out if you're real swift. For all you gap tooth motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
Bieniek, your thoughts, Juwan? How about Juwan Roberts, by the way? 11 points, 12 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Boom.
Hold on real quick, because I went sideways and just started talking about the toy.
Hold on. I got the clip pulled up too from Mac as well.
Yeah.
We'll just play
Come
the
on,
5 seconds.
give me some engagement, baby.
We weren't 34-4 playing in the Toy Poodle League. We were 19-1 in the Big 12. Playing in the Big 12.
We weren't playing in the Toy Poodle League.
Hey, finish it.
Yeah.
No.
Big 12
It's a minute and a half clip.
Big 12 won us that game. I said, hell yeah, Kelvin. Shout out to the Big 12. Going for championship number 3 in 5 years on Monday night, if you haven't forgot. But anyway, back to this game. Dude, it's just this Houston team, they defy everything that you should think should happen. Some of the comebacks that they've had this year, it felt like I was watching the Kansas game at the Fog all over again. I mean, we forget Tugler got a technical foul with a minute left. And when he got the tee, I'm like, oh, it's over. I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. They did not play well tonight. They made some shots in spurts, but then they couldn't rebound at times. And it just felt like, oh, man, it was a good run for Houston. Love this team, but Kelvin's going to come up short once again. And this team just don't quit. They don't give in. Colby, you're absolutely right. Duke should have won. Duke should have won, and they can bitch about the refs all they want. Even though I think they did get a better whistle in the second half outside of the flag over the back. They made 1 field goal in the final 10 and a half minutes of the game. You're not going to win, and that was just the Houston culture, Houston toughness, finding a way. I mean, Juwan Roberts might as well be Kelvin Sampson's other son. I know Kellen's on his staff. Juwan Roberts is the player version of Kelvin Sampson with his toughness. I've
been a huge fan for a couple of years now, Juwan Roberts specifically.
Love him. Love his game. And with what I said about Auburn, of guys not knowing their roles and guys thinking they're bigger, Houston doesn't get that shit. The guys that are going to make shots are going to be the guys that shoot the ball. The guys that rebound are going to be the guys that go rebound. And everybody's going to defend and be all in. This is just such a good win for college basketball, in my opinion, that Houston, that a program that does it the right way, beats all the NBA guys in just a crazy game. Shout out to Kelvin Sampson, shout out to Houston, and shout out to the Big 12, baby. Let's go.
One away. One away. All right, now. I mean, Bieniek, hold on. I want Bieniek's thoughts. Then we'll talk about what Duke who's coming back for Duke. Is there a chance they raise a bunch of money? They all fucking call up, they're
going to raise money.
They call up the, I don't know, some fucking rich fuck that has his own Epstein Island. Possible. It's possible. Bieniek, your thoughts on the game? Because me and you were definitely texting Mac.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to do it.
I want to
both shut the fuck up.
No, I want to give so much congratulations. I don't want to snub Houston out of a hell of a win, but how is the story not about Duke just collapsing? Man. The final 10 minutes of this game, they were outscored 25-9. I screenshotted it. There was a 98-point-something% chance of Duke winning the basketball game, and they didn't. They were up 14 at that point. I mentioned pre-show, your last 2 Final Four losses, if you're a Duke fan, Duke player, Duke program, your last 2 Final Four losses, you were up 14 to Houston, a team that really we were talking about this in the game, not really built to come back from down double digits. Colby said the magic number was 12, called it with 32 minutes left to go in the game, that it was over. I was right there with him. And the Cougars made that comeback. I don't know how you allow that to happen. There's not really a moment gameplay wise where you circle it and say, in my opinion, at least. This is where Duke lost this game. This mistake caused all of this momentum to just landslide and avalanche into the Cougars' favor. I didn't see that. Now all the Duke fans are going to circle that wannabe over the back foul. Duke gets the whistle. They get the whistle. I don't know.
Tugler got hacked on the putback dunk. That was the most obvious and one, then no call. Like, I don't know.
Who knows if he makes that free throw, though?
True. But
that was the one thing I'd say is, like, I don't know if he'd make that free throw. But I'll tell you this: the over the back situation, if you don't call that, Houston has the ball. I think it's Cryer has that ball. So then Houston would have had the chance to win the game.
Yeah. I think it was equally bad in different instances. Both
I hate that call. I still hate that call at the time of the game too. It's
you're gonna tech a dude for elbowing him on a box out. That's basketball. That's a basketball play.
Yeah.
You can't do that either.
That was both games.
Just terrible. But that's when you talk about a choke. That's a choke. And then you look at your other Final Four loss in the last 5 years. Your legendary head coach got buried alive by your rival when you got outscored in the second half when you were leading at halftime. I don't know how you rebound, how you recover as a pro.
Well, here's how you recover. You pay the shit out of, you say, Cooper Flagg, why would you want to play for a Washington team not named the Bullets? Right. And then you say, we'll give you a shit ton of money, all the scattered ass in Durham. Right. What are you doing? You're going to go to the NBA. You'll be great in the NBA too, but no one gives a fuck about that league. It's all corporate dollars. Stay here. Cameron crazies. We can win a championship here. You're in college. You're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to be doing nose beers in the fucking bleachers, on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I any chance any of these guys are back? I know you look at the mock draft for the NBA, and it's a slew of these guys. But I mean, another year of nose beers, some scattered ass in Durham.
I think it's just in Duke fan dreams, unfortunately.
How about this stat, Noah and Colby? Malawatch, who had been dominant the last 2-3 games. You know how many fucking rebounds he had tonight? As many as us. He did not have a rebound the entire night.
I would have. Yeah, I thought he would have pulled down. If you had told me how many did he have.
But I will say this: a tremendous stat. However, the reason why they had built that fucking lead was second chance points. They were getting so many second chance points in this one. Also, a crazy stat. I hate to do it, but I'm going to go back to Walter Clayton. First player since Larry Bird to put up 30+ in an Elite Eight in Final Four in back-to-back games. That's nuts, too.
It is. That is. I saw that shit, too. That was very impressive. But
hey, Colby,
what's up?
Is there anything better than when Duke loses?
I mean, he's got a brother.
Let's just reflect. Like, Duke just choked away a generational team, the best Duke team. They were saying the best Duke team of all time, and I go, timeout, man. Like, they're really good. Don't get me wrong. Cooper Flagg is going to be
the best Duke team of all time. Is probably the one we referenced earlier, by the way.
Yes, I was like, God damn, let them play the games and actually win the games that they're supposed to.
I hate when we do that, when we put the cart in front of the horse.
They play in a toy poodle league. And I said it all year. And all you ACC jack fucks, come at me now, because I fucking look like a goddamn genius because they had not played in a tight game in 2 months.
Okay. Said, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I was just saying, like, buddy,
if you put game pressure on them.
We went to a bank vault and we stole money tonight.
We're just talking about if you put them in a game pressure on them.
They're going to choke.
Kentucky, Kansas, the two non-conference losses. Cooper Flagg slips on both possessions in the final minutes. They didn't have a true point guard.
Well, that's something you got to earn. This is why
they didn't have the Walter Clayton. It's just that was the one weakness of the greatest Duke team ever.
So I did trade a phone call with NC Nick before the game.
Oh God,
right?
Watch.
And he quoted he quoted, hey, I tweeted out this stat a couple weeks back, but like, if you look at the last, I think it was, 7 or 8 national champions, maybe even 10 last decade of national champions, they've all had, a player or 2 or 3 that have been projected to be NBA first round draft picks and have been, right? And he goes, Houston doesn't have any. And then I said, yeah, but I saw a stat that said since 2018. Now I didn't fact check this stat. I just saw someone on Twitter fucking tweet this out, so it could be bullshit. But that there has not been a team in the national championship starting more than one freshman since 2018. Now, and I answered back with that, and he goes, "That's a good point." And coming back to that after watching this game and blasting, Cooper Flagg's shot, and making, what you're saying about the ACC, there was no tight games they were in, but I also think that's something you learn. You learn that, through college experience. All right.
Shout out to the name of the show.
There we go. Yeah, subscribe. Tell a friend.
So organic.
Right?
And it's not. This isn't Duke's fault either that they didn't play in a close game in the ACC. Like, I thought their analytics that everybody kept referencing were inflated because of how bad their league was. I treated them like Gonzaga this year, and once we got to the tournament, I felt like if they get in a close game, they're gonna find a way to choke, and they did. And I will say a couple nice things about Duke. This was a hell of a team. I mean, this was like
they were tough, man. They were a lot better than I think.
If their name was not Duke, I would have loved to root for Cooper Flag. I mean, he is so goddamn good.
I don't have a problem. Colby, he's not hateable like fucking Eric Meek or something. You know what I mean?
Also, to your point, which I went through the last 3 years. I haven't gone to the 5 or whatever yet. What Duke did this year with their roster is totally fine, but in the era that they did it in, it just looking back in 10 days, which I'm going to say it now, but in 10 days, you're going to hear TMZ media say they were too young. You look at this era of college basketball, a bunch of 5th and 6th year players, man. You had 3 starting freshmen that you built the entire team around. It is what it is. You went all in on that. I mean, they were 3
close.
Very good,
very close
freshmen.
Yeah,
very good freshmen. But that is also why that stat, Colby, I think has real legitimacy to it. Is because the last 5 years have been just a different era.
It has been. Shout out to Charles Walker, my guy. Who am I going with? Well, put it like this: tomorrow night we're going to do a show, Charles. But I have a bracket that's been out for a few weeks that has Kelvin Sampson, my boy, getting his first.
And Mac does
national
too.
championship.
And I have a bracket that I have the Gators winning. So
I was Wikipediaing Kelvin Sampson earlier tonight because I wanted to know how old he was. Right?
He's old,
and I know he's old, but dude, he's even
after
better
this year. I'll let Colby finish.
Well, no, this story, like I've been a Kelvin Sampson fan for a long time. All right. For a very long time. And I didn't know this. So I'm stumbling. I knew he's from Pembroke, North Carolina, but I stumbled upon his Wikipedia and it's like his father, right? John W. Ned Sampson, who's a fucking beast of a human being,
no doubt,
was one of 500. And forgive me if I don't pronounce this correctly. Lumbee Native Americans who made national news by driving the Ku Klux Klan out of Maxton, North Carolina. Take that, you piece of shit. The Sampsons get their first win way back in the day. John W. Ned, goddamn proud of his son. Dude, I stumbled upon this and I was going down a rabbit hole on what that was, what that tribe was. And then, but they've been winning for a long fucking time. That's the all-time championship right there. But shout out to him because I also saw Kelvin Sampson in the media for this Final Four say he was in the NBA and his dad hated it. He was like, I was assistant in the NBA. So my dad's like, what are you doing? Get back to college. This NBA is bullshit. Great. Oh, fantastic stuff. But yeah.
Can we reflect on that? Indiana fired Kelvin Sampson because he sent too many text messages.
Yeah.
Talk about the worst firing in the history of college.
You fired him for text messages. You had Bobby Knight choke a player at midcourt. You're like, it looks all right to me. I don't think it's a problem. The media, I don't think it's a problem. He wasn't running hard.
Indiana might be one of my new teams. I'm going to root against a lot. Now that they got DeVries, I'm going to root like hell against Indiana. You guys are idiots. You fired a guy that is one of the all-time greats because he sent too many text messages. You idiots.
Dude, he needs a chip. He needs a chip. He needs a fucking chip. He's got to get the chip this year, man. Because he deserves to be in the goddamn Hall of Fame. All right? I mean, I think he can make the Hall of Fame even without that.
Todd Golden.
Gator.
From
Todd Golden. Yeah. All right. Just come on, Kelvin. You got this. You got this.
We already got rid of one pretty boy, young up and rising coach. We're ready for Monday night where the other
Todd Golden.
I love how he's just fucking jumped all the way in. Weird.
It's we, baby.
Oh, I'm on. Kelvin said he's got family in Pembroke. I'm going to be at their fucking house tomorrow morning buying them breakfast. All right,
Colby. I fact checked you. Sorry. Go ahead.
They read Houston, like it's more than just like rooting for Houston and Kelvin. The way he runs his program is a throwback to like what college athletics was before this crazy era. So he's literally gone contrarian and against everything with everybody changing, throw millions of dollars. Yeah, they pay a couple guys, but they bring all. Yeah, they bring in guys and they go, all right, we'll go add a guy here like it's free agency rather than build with 9 new faces. So, and it speaks to their culture that nobody really leaves either. I think that's all you need to know about Kelvin Sampson, that Roberts could have went in the portal and made $3 million. I mean, with the way, fucking, who's the guy at Washington from Utah
Great
State?
Osabar.
Osabar made $2 million. Fucking Jawan Roberts should make $10 million after watching that. It's just the culture's unreal. Hopefully he gets it done on Monday night.
So,
like I said,
Colby, I fact checked you the last time that a team won the national championship with multiple starting freshmen, and this was the last time that a team competed in a natty.
It was Duke, right?
It was Duke in 2015.
Yeah.
They were starting Tyus Jones and Justice Winslow, and
but I think the
Okafor.
tweet. The tweet I saw though said 2018 to play in the national championship.
Oh, to play?
I thought that's the tweet that I read. You know what I mean?
Then that's 2018.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the tweet said. Was since 2018, no team has made the national championship starting more than one freshman. So that was
2018, both Michigan and Villanova were playing multiple freshmen.
Yeah, because I was using this as to get to the championship, not to win the championship. Because me and Nick had talked pre the game tonight.
You want to know who was a freshman in that 2018 natty for Villanova and Michigan? Colin Gillespie.
White dude.
Colin Gillespie.
Yeah. And was that not who's the guy he just got traded for the Knicks? I never could pronounce
Dante DiVincenzo.
I never could pronounce his name.
He was a sophomore. He ripped my heart out. Yeah.
He killed Michigan in that championship.
He ripped my heart out. 34 off the bench. He was a sophomore. Amari Spellman started for the Wildcats in that game, and Michigan had Isaiah Livers and Jordan Poole. Poole hit a game winner in the round of 32 to even keep them alive in that tournament run. So, cool fact.
Yeah. To Colby's point on the freshman, like that 2015 Duke team was definitely an outlier because you remember who came off the bench and won him the game was a freshman. It was Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen was the one that won him that Wisconsin game. So they've had teams and same with Kentucky that have had freshmen, but the freshmen have not won outside of 2015 Duke and 2012 Kentucky with Anthony Davis and then that Duke team.
And dude, honestly, I thought, like I said, the whole night tonight after, watching that game, I was like, oh, well, it's going to be the first team that does that. Then down the stretch, but I think there's something to it. Like to Noah's point, or Noah, saying that earlier was like, I think there's validity into that. You got to learn how to win in college basketball in this day and age. And even though you can have an incredibly talented team, down the stretch in big moments, you can have moments like this because Duke hadn't, and it's not Duke's fault that the ACC was complete ass this year with with Miami and their issues, and Saudi Arabia State with their issues, and Carolina playing, somehow making the tournament, being corrupt. But
just that was the ACC that did not prep them for moments like this. But
it's okay because Eddie Lampkin's in the portal again.
They were in tight, like deep water 4 or 5 times this year, and they lost 4 of them.
Yeah. For my ego, I don't know if this could have played out any better. Like, the narrative is Houston won because they played in the Big 12 and they're tough. Duke wasn't tested enough in the ACC. Man, that's a good narrative.
I'll say
I don't know. I thought Duke was the better team tonight, but they lost.
Me too. Me too.
I mean, Duke has better players. Duke should have won.
I'll give Duke credit for one more. They were in deep water for 6 games. They beat North Carolina in the ACC tournament without flag.
Oh,
they got bailed out in that one, but they also beat Auburn by 6. I'll throw that one into the bucket of it was a close game, but
yeah. All right. Well, look, that's our show. We'll be back tomorrow night talking national championship. What's up,
Colby? Opening line. Let's mention it.
What is it right now? I haven't looked at it yet.
It was
I've been
consuming different books. Florida was +1, or Houston was +1.5. How good of a nat? We've had recently natties that have not been good games. On a scale of 1 to 10 in excitement, with a line that is fluctuating around the equator, how good of a game are we getting on Monday night?
No, I think this will be the best one in a few years. Like San Diego State, UConn, my heart was with the Aztecs, but I was like, I don't know if they could fucking stay up with them. What was the best one of recent? Was the Nova one, right? That's the one that stands out to me, like over the past decade.
2017 Nova, North Carolina.
Yeah, I was watching that at the Newark Airport. That's about the worst place you can watch a national championship. But
we've got a game to pick too. Is the other thing. The Crown Championship.
That's tomorrow night. That's on tomorrow night's show. All right.
No. The game's tomorrow.
The game is tomorrow.
Oh, why did I think it was Monday?
No. Yeah.
Kramer giving me fake news.
Who's playing in the women's game?
In the Crown?
Honestly, I have no idea.
I have no idea. I was like I know the women's is always on Sunday. I think
it's got to be UConn, right?
UConn and South Carolina is my guess.
Yeah, the women's tournament goes chalk every time.
Who in the chat? Respond first in the chat.
UConn, South Carolina.
I saw Leg Show mention it. So UConn's laying 6. I don't know who they're playing, but I'll lay it because the bet detective's all over this.
Oh,
yeah.
Rob saying UConn and the Juice beat him, but he mistyped it. So UConn, South Carolina, it is.
Man, my favorite coach is fucking out.
Yeah, you like
lay it.
Kim
what do you mean? Who's your favorite women's coach? It's not South Carolina.
No, I don't like. I mean,
really? Weren't you there with her,
dude? It's
what did she give you the basketball? Did she ask for extra gym time that negated your practice?
She bullied you guys out of the gym.
Shit.
She stole your spotlight when you were both in the Final Four at the same time.
One sport makes money, the other don't. Sometimes you got to remind them of that. This time
I feel like the other year it was I mean it brought a little dough. The other year, but
Caitlin Clark dough. Right.
Arbo, yes, bet detective. He has a future on UConn that he's been touting for like fucking 3 months. I feel like 3 months has been telling me, hey, Dundee, should get on this UConn future. And I'll be honest, I actually thought about betting it, and then I just forgot. I thought about betting it just because I was like, he seems so confident with this play.
I mean, how can you not be at UConn?
Yeah. So wait, we have a game. The Crown's tomorrow. It's not Monday. So Kramer's wrong.
The Crown Championship is Sunday night.
Crown is Kramer is wrong. Kramer's TMZ.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't check. I didn't check the Crown schedule. I just figured, it's Monday. Okay. I like that.
What? I'll take
a good thing. It's a good thing that they're playing on
Give me
Sunday.
the 6.5. Give me the 6.5 with the old Gamecocks.
There you go.
Let's go, Don.
Wait, so what's the
so
line?
So it's the Natty tomorrow? The women's Natty is tomorrow?
The Natty's always one day before the men.
And this Crown game that we're going to give a pick out for is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code SGPN10 for 10% off any tickets. Promo code SGPN10. we're coming through for you guys. There's a bunch of different sports going on right now. The MLB is in their second week of the year. College baseball has been doing the dang thing already. The women's natties tomorrow, NHL, NBA, the Masters is coming up with over 28 million downloads. They are the number one rated ticketing app. Go over there and use code SGPN10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. So Nebraska and UCF are playing in the championship of the Crown, the college basketball Crown. We'll go to one of the Huskers or the Knights. Nebraska is minus 3.5. The total is 158.
Wow. Something magical about this AAC. UCF all day, lock it up. Get this Hoiberg bro bullshit out of here. Johnny Dawkins, DeMatha High School represent. Let's go. Lock. The very Golden Knights. Oh my God, have 46 tonight or something? Right? What was this final stat line? What was it? Was it 42?
Nutty.
It was something insane. Yeah. I'm not getting in front of that freight train. UCF champs, extra money. In the Scott Frost Championship, by the way. This is the Scott Frost Bowl. Nebraska UCF.
Yeah, he's
back. Yeah, he's back at UCF too. Mac, what are you doing here?
Is he going to be in the building? He could go out to Las Vegas for a day. He could make that work.
Yeah. I think Troy's read my mind. They're lucky they didn't put a Big 12 team in the NIT because we would have won that shit too. This is a conference of champions, Bill Walden. You should be in the Big 12 now, my friend.
Oh, you're doing the AAC parlay? You're doing the AAC parlay. I like this.
No, they did not win until they moved leagues. They said, we got to make a change. They
won a national championship in football in 2017, I believe it was.
They did, and but unfortunately we had the corruption fucking system back then, so they never got a shot to compete in it. But I do think UCF is going to win because
UCF 1 year they got their dick kicked in by LSU or somebody.
UCF seems like the kind of team that would win a NIL money tournament, just like Oregon when they won the preseason. tournament. UCF, they got the bag of cash on the mind.
But neither one of these coaches feel like they would win this kind of tournament, though.
I'm just talking about UCF in general.
I know.
They got some shadiness down there. Let's go, Bounce House. Take home the crown.
There is no shade in Orlando. That sun is beaming.
And shout out to King D's Sports Betting, giving us some appreciation.
Nuts.
Great name. I love our names. We have Coke Booger. One of our fans is Coke Booger. We got King D Sports, Danny Dumbshit. I love we've built this great community here. We got Dumphy's Tickler.
What a name.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Bieniek, what are you doing here? You have a future on the mayor. So if I were you, I would hedge right now and take UCF.
Yeah, I do have a future on the mayor. I think
you're
Nebraska
gonna go
wins.
3 in all your futures. You're gonna.
I know. I just lost Auburn today.
Better luck next year.
I happily lost Auburn today for what it's worth.
Well, I don't got break my head cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
Rob Donaldson also mentioning that we've got Kim Jong-un in here and Chinese spy
that's
balloon.
what I'm saying. We have a great collection.
Leg Show
of
magazine. Arbo mentions
great collection of people. We appreciate you rocking with us throughout the year. Don't forget, we obviously are covering the national championship, and we'll talk portal, coaching hires, all that in the offseason. Also college football experience, college baseball experience, Frozen 4 episode we have pinned for next week.
So the
stop.
cocktail napkin, people always ask, how does that thing work? Where do you get it from? What do you do? The simple answer is that I just heavily weight what our preseason predictions on the teams were. And then I phase those out as we get into like January. And then I basically split that in half with last 5 performance. So it's heavily factoring in UCF's last 3 games. Nebraska's only a 1.5 point favorite here. So for my pick on this one, UCF to cover, Nebraska to win. Let's go. I'll take that fucking hook.
So has the Big Ten won the NIT in the last 25 years? No. So this could be the first championship for the Big Ten in over 2 decades.
Did you look that up?
No, I just know Sparty's the last Big Ten team to win because Izzo is king. Actually, I guess Maryland was, but they were in the ACC at the time.
Yeah, that one don't count for us. Let's pull this up here. Pulling up NIT champs.
I don't think the Big Ten's won the NIT because the high majors usually don't. I guess they
Penn
did.
State 2018, Minnesota 2014.
Oh, you're an NIT,
Minnesota.
2009 Penn State.
Richard Pitino won it. I do remember that.
Nobody goes into the barn. Nobody goes into the barn during NIT time and gets a dub.
Then 2009 Penn State, 2008 Ohio State, and that loaded team off the Natty appearance in 07.
All right, you guys are good in the NIT. I'm
2004, the Michigan Wolverines were NIT champions.
The fuck is that?
You guys are good
right,
in the NIT.
folks.
I apologize. Maybe
6
you
or
guys
7 there.
You guys should send more teams there so you can win that.
Yeah, but you can count all those bullshit NIT championships to win.
No, I don't.
No one remembers them. No one remembers them, but they'll remember this year. All right, and they'll remember. The best win of all these fucking tournaments was the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina, aka people of the dark water. All right, I've been doing some research on these bastards that the Ku Klux Klan was trying to kick out. They weren't putting up with that bullshit. People in the dark water got the championship here, and it started with Kelvin Sampson's pops.
Terrible take,
maybe
Edward Nuttall. Terrible take.
What did he say?
NIT was way better than the Crown. He's saying the Crown's better than that.
Oh, okay. No.
Here, I thought you were saying. So when I was looking at this, I don't have the screen up for us. So I was like, terrible take. What is he defending the Ku Klux Klan? I was like, we're gonna be entering weird water here, right? Yeah. Shout out to the Sampson family.
Cancel Bieniek, everybody.
Folks, we will be back tomorrow. Appreciate everyone all the time. Everybody. You guys make this shit a lot of fun.
Mac needs time to reasonably handicap his team in the Natty. I need time to reasonably handicap my team in the Natty. We'll be back refreshed, ready for war tomorrow's show.
I watched every game for the last 5 months. I don't need fucking time to handicap.
The only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
We will also recap that Crown game. It's at 5:30 Eastern.
There we go. That's great. I can watch that.
Shout out to Coke Booger.
Oh, Coke Booger, my guy. One of my favorite names every time I see it. That or Danny Dubshit or Coke Booger giving us $50. Love you guys, but Houston was the wrong side tonight. Fuck. But it has been a great March doing a line for the team right now. Hey, we're grateful, brother. We don't judge. We don't judge or discriminate. We'll take samples also. Anyway, till next time, folks. This is the college basketball experience, Final Four style. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
I'm gonna go handicap with my Jameson bottle now.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit the minute that I seen you grill again. It made me good trip, good dog to mine back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit the can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on 5 again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip. I got it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight, cause he caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it. Stand up.